Let's talk about credit cards and YNAB. Hi, and welcome back. I'm Kamika, and this is Well Balanced Wallet, where I help you create healthy money habits and live a life that you love on your current budget. And in this video, we're going to talk about all things credit cards while using YNAB for your budget. It's no secret that one of the most confusing concepts to wrap your mind around in YNAB is adding credit cards and making payments towards those credit cards. So I figured I would make this video to go over every aspect of credit cards that I can think about to take some of the guesswork and confusion out of credit cards. So I first want to start with the disclaimer. YNAB does not promote debt. YNAB promotes using credit cards as if they were debit cards, meaning that you should have the money in your bank account before you use the credit card to make the purchase. So the benefits of using a credit card while budgeting in YNAB would just be for the credit card benefits. So cashback, points, hotels, anything that you get through your credit card company. But YNAB does not want you to go into debt to make these purchases. So I think that throws a lot of people off because everybody's not able to pay their credit card off every month. But that is the way that YNAB intended the credit cards to work within their software. So now that we've established that, I will talk a little bit about making payments towards your balance and paying interest a little bit later in the video, but I did want to let you guys know that that is the way credit cards work in YNAB. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the sample budget that we used a couple of videos back, and I'm just going to work in this budget to show you guys how credit cards work. So first up is how to add credit cards in YNAB. It's very simple. So you go to the left-hand panel and you click Add Account, and then you choose whether you want your account to be linked or unlinked. So linked is when it's connected to your bank account and you will be able to import your transactions from your bank. And unlinked is where it's not connected to your bank account and you will have to enter all of your transactions manually. So for demonstration purposes today, we're going to go with unlinked. And for the type of account we're adding, it's going to be a credit card. And the reason why we want to be sure to choose credit card is because the way it shows up in your budget is a little bit different than just adding a checking or savings account. So we want to add the credit card, give it a name. Let's just go with Chase. And then it wants your current account balance. So this is what you currently have on your credit card, not what you've had in the past and not what you'll have in the future. But if you log into your account right now, what is that balance? So we're going to say negative 800. Okay. And then we'll do next. Okay, so now since we do have a balance on this credit card, it's going to give you a couple of options. So the first one is to create a target to pay off my balance over time. This means that you've made purchases on your credit card and you do not currently have enough money to pay this balance. So you'll add a target and the target will help you get this balance paid off in full and then use your credit card in the way that YNAB intended, like your debit card. The second option is if you have enough money in your checking account currently to cover your entire credit card balance. So this is the one that they want you to use in all situations, but I know not everybody's able to do that. So that option, the first option is there for that reason. And then the last one is skip this for now. So for now, we're going to do skip so that we can just talk a little bit about how credit cards work first. So we'll do next and done. Okay, so a couple of things just happened. Once I click next, it brought us to the Chase card account on the left-hand side, and you can see that your starting balance is an outflow of $800, and then on the side you see negative 800. So anytime you have purchases on your credit card, it's going to be a negative balance, and it's also going to be seen as an outflow. Okay, so that's the first thing that happened. It brought us to the Chase card. We see the balance. So if we click on our budget, we can see that YNAB added a credit card payments group, and then they also added the Chase card as a category within that group. So this is everything that we had on here before we created that credit card account. Now we have this extra group with the Chase card already added, and then you notice that there's no money in any of these sections. So that's what happens when you add your credit card to your YNAB account. Okay, so simple enough. Now we're going to talk about this credit card category in your budget. So as of right now, you can see that you have a negative $800 balance on your Chase card, and then you have this line item in your budget called Chase card, and there's no money assigned to it. This is where that setting a target comes into place, or if you have enough money to cover the full balance, that's also what you would use at this point. So for anybody that just added a credit card and they have enough money in their checking account to cover the full balance, what you'll do is move money from any category in your budget that you are going to use to pay off this credit card. So we have an $800 balance on our credit card. Let's say 600 of those dollars were from medical. So what we'll do is take that $600, move it to Chase card, click OK. And you notice that we have $600 now in our Chase credit card section. Okay, and we still need $200 more. So the other $200 on that card came from our home maintenance. We had to buy something for the house. So we'll click on that. We'll put 200, move to Chase card, $800. So now we have enough money to cover that Chase card. Okay, so that is what happens if you have enough money to cover the full balance on your card on the day that you add the card to your budget. Okay, let's undo this and talk about creating a target. So if you do not have enough money to cover your total balance on your credit card, what you'll do is you'll click on the category, it'll turn blue, and then you'll go over here to create Chase card target, click that, and it gives you a couple of options. So your options are to pay off balance by date, which is where you'll take the date that you want to have the complete balance paid off by and plug it in, and it'll show you how much money you owe every month to get this balance paid off. And that's going to be based on only this balance. So your payoff by date balance is going to change if you continue to make purchases on your card, which I do not advise if you're trying to get the card paid off first. So let's click on this one. We want to pay the card off by November of 2022. And then we do save target. So in order to pay this credit card off in full by November of 2022, you need to assign $266.67 more in order to stay on track. So once October comes around, it will tell us that we need another $266.67 so that we'll still reach our target by November of 2022. So that's how you handle adding a credit card with a balance that you do not have money to cover. And like I mentioned, you don't want to continue spending on this credit card until you get the balance paid down in full, because that's the YNAB way. Okay, so let's undo this and let's select the other option, which was pay specific amount monthly. Okay, so we click this, and our target that we want to pay every month is going to be, let's say $150, and do save target. Okay, so assign $150 more to reach your target. With this option, it's a little bit easier to take a long time to reach your goal because it doesn't break down your payments into equal amounts. This is actually the amount that you set. So it's kind of a little bit of math that you'll have to do here, but that's how pay specific amount monthly works. Okay, so let's undo this and we'll talk about spending money on credit cards. So let's go ahead and put our $800 back. We'll just take money from here, and then we'll take $500 from here. Okay, so now we currently have enough money in our Chase category to cover the full balance of our Chase card, and now we want to continue to use our card. All right, so we'll click on account, and this is how you add transactions into your budget. So you click add transaction. Let's say the transaction happened today. We went to McDonald's and that comes from our grocery, no, let's say it comes from our fun money category, and we spent $30. So it's going to be an outflow because we spent money. So we'll put 30 here and save. Okay, so as you can see, our credit card balance went up to $830. It took money from our fun money category. Now let's hop back over to our budget and see what happened. Our Chase card category currently has $830 in it because we spent that $30 from our fun money category. And you can see it down right here where it says -30. You can click on it. It'll show you that it was from your Chase card on September 20th for McDonald's, and it was $30. So your available money for payment is $830, and your Chase card is at $830. So you have enough money to cover your credit card bill. Once the statement comes in, you make your payment and your balance is down to zero. So that's how just normal spending works. So the goal is to make sure you have money in these categories to cover what you're putting on your credit card, and YNAB does the work for you. It automatically took this $30 from the fun money category and moved it to our Chase card category so that we have enough money available for the payment. Okay, let's talk about how to pay credit cards using YNAB. When you make a payment towards a credit card in YNAB, you're going to be making a payment from your checking account to your credit card account. So to do this, you'll click on your checking account here, and then you'll add a transaction. And your transaction, let's say it's today, it's going to be a transaction to/from your Chase card. So in this case, it'll be to your Chase card. So you'll click here. The category is not needed when you make a payment towards a credit card. And in your checking account, it's going to show as an outflow. So we'll do $800 because that's how much we have available to make this payment. Click save. And we notice that our Chase card balance went to zero. That's what we wanted to see. So if you click on your Chase account, you'll notice that this is the payment that we just put in. So it's a payment from your checking, no category needed, and it's an inflow of $800. So you had an $800 outflow, which was your starting balance, and then you had an $800 inflow, which is the payment that you just made. And now your balance is zero. If you click on your budget, you'll see your Chase card category here. You had an $800 starting balance. We assigned $800 from some of our categories that we spent the money from, and then we made an $800 payment. If you click on it, you can see what happened. Payments and returns, $800. So now you have a zero balance on your credit card and you're ready to spend money. Okay, so let's say you didn't have enough money to cover your full credit card balance. At that point, there's going to be some sort of interest charged. So let's take this payment out, delete. Okay, we're back to our $800 balance. Let's move some of this money back to our auto maintenance category just to get it out of the payments. So we're going to pretend like we don't have enough money to cover our full balance. So we have $700, our full balance is $800. So at some point we're going to be charged interest for this card. My suggestion in this case is to have an interest category into your budget. That way you can start putting extra money there that'll be available for your interest payment. Okay, so since we used this budget a few videos ago, there's already an interest category here, but if you need to create one, you just click on the plus here, add a new category, call it interest, click OK, and then you can fund it. So let's just do credit card interest. All right, so it popped up at the top. So we know we're gonna get interest because we don't have money to pay off our credit card. So let's make a $700 payment. Okay, and our credit card category is 0, but we still owe $100 to Chase. Okay, statement rolls around and it charges you, let's say, $20 interest. So in your Chase card, you're going to add a transaction, call it interest, and then you can select your credit card interest category, and it's going to be an outflow because this is money that is going to increase your balance. I know it sounds backwards, but it's an outflow of $20. And save. So now your credit card balance is $120. Let's click on your budget. Okay, so we clicked on your budget and we see that our credit card interest category is overspent by $20 because that interest came in. That's what you owe to your credit card people. So once you get a paycheck, you can distribute that money to your category. Okay, so let's say you get paid today, and it's going to be paycheck. Okay, so you get your paycheck. It's going to go to ready to assign because this is where we're going to assign the money from. Let's say your paycheck was an inflow of $500. Save. Go back to your budget. You have $500 to budget. We're already aware that we owe $120 on our credit card. So the first thing that we want to do with our paycheck is to try to pay our credit card down. So we'll add $100 here because that was the remaining balance, and then the interest was $20. So we'll add the $20 here, and YNAB did its magic, move that $20 from here to the credit card, and now you have enough money to pay the remaining balance on your Chase card. And you can assign the $380 wherever it needs to go until you get paid again because your credit card is paid in full and you've paid the interest. So basically you treat interest like a bill. You add a line to your budget and you budget the money for that interest. Now let's talk about cashback and refunds. And I'm going to talk about these two together because you handle them both the same way. Okay, let's say you went to McDonald's, you spent $20 and you got a double cheeseburger meal, whatever. It came out of your fund money and the amount was $20. Okay, so now our credit card balance is $820. We have enough in our category to pay for it, but the food was gross. So you asked for a refund and they agreed. So now we need to add another transaction. Payee was McDonald's. The category was our fund money because that's where we spent it from initially. And it's going to be seen as an inflow of $20 because you're getting a refund. So you save that. You see the account goes back down. You only owe $800. $800 here, and the money is back in your fund money category. So that's basically an even exchange. You paid $20 for something and they gave you the refund of $20. You hadn't made your payment yet, so the money just subtracted from the amount that you have available. Now let's say we take it even a step further and we get a refund for a couch. So let's say furniture store. The category is, let's say, home maintenance, and we're going to get an inflow of $200 because we returned a couch that was $200. So save. Now we see that our balance goes down to $600. Balance goes down to $600 here. And if you look in our budget, the balance also went down to $600 because that money went back to our home maintenance. And you can see that right here, plus $200. So that is how to handle refunds and cashback within YNAB. So I think that's everything that you need to know about credit cards and YNAB. If there's anything else that you want to know or anything that you want me to go deeper into, let me know in the comments and I will help you out. That's all for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and click the link on your screen right now for more Well Balanced Wallet content. See you there.